Hey everybody, Rodman here. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Desert Survival Series. So, what am I up to this episode? Well, last episode we got a research, the better research bench all set up. I haven't roofed it yet, throwing in a cooler in there. We obviously expanded the bedrooms, proper dorms, proper prison. We freed up a lot of the rec room to now be, well, rec once again, which is kind of nice. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. What else? I would like to try to get to the prisoner camp. I'm going to wait until Santiago gets home with those beautiful tech items. And let me go over some of the suggestion comments. So Scrubnuts and Matthew Hess said it would be best to move my block stockpile right here a lot closer to where I'm actually generating the blocks, which is smart. So we will do that indeed. I had a few comments wondering why I didn't use this space, and it's because it's soft sand. I can't build on soft sand. I mean, I can put like some objects, but I can't actually build there, as proof like this. As you can see, soft sand is not buildable. I can use the moisture pumps to make it buildable, and I'm working on that. Omni is making the dressers, gonna make it nice. Speaking of beds, Juliet Rainey mentioned that the beds here are adjacent to power cables, and as a result, I could become harmed by a short circuit. Now, that's never happened to me, but I'm not saying it would be impossible either, so I'm gonna go ahead and fix that. And try to move their beds away from the cabling. I figured that wasn't that bad of an idea. It's pretty cheap to do, and if it keeps my people safe, well, it's a win-win, right? All right, and then another suggestion. WHTF Sanara said, I might want to consider growing corn instead of rice. I tend not to have the farm planted. We'll see if I continually fail on trying to get things planted or not. If that is the case, I will remedy that. So what I'm doing here is I'm setting up the dresser here. And let me explain why I'm laying out the bedrooms like this, because a lot of people complain about the feng shui, the aesthetics of the way I lay out my bedrooms. So I want to sort of defend why I'm doing it. So the bed is adjacent to the door, but not blocking the door. If it blocks the door, it takes longer to traverse around the room. So it's as close to the door as possible without actually blocking it. And then the headrest is next to the bed because it needs to be for the adjacency bonus. The dresser here is set up so that if I need to, I can hide behind it and shoot an intruder at the door while I have cover. Just a thought. Hopefully I never have to use it. I don't really like having to defend my bedrooms like that, but if it ever comes down to it, it wouldn't hurt to have an extra little dresser protecting me, right? All right, let's speed time up a little bit. And Mike Brown suggests, how about a cloth bedroll for travel? That's not a bad idea. I like that one. In fact, bedroll, let's crank one out. And let's start arranging the beds the way we want it. Now, I do get the question often, how do I queue so many things up? Just hold shift. It is literally that simple. Ooh, excellent. Let's go steal that. And as you can see, the bedrooms are getting, well, the beds themselves are getting over 100% comfortable. So that's always nice. And Omni's bedroom just became slightly impressive as a result. Not a bad result of hard work either. Santiago is resting uncomfortably, unfortunately. It's just the reality of it. Oh, here's another excellent one. It takes a very long time to make things out of stone, as I'm sure you're able to tell. It is a very lengthy process. I'm not saying it ain't worth it, but it takes a while. Alright, so now we'll have all 6 bedrooms all nicely set up. Unfortunately, the prisoner hasn't joined us yet, but there still might be time for that. Let's go ahead and crank out this little bedroll and uninstall. Alright, so this research room is definitely not very cool yet. And it looks like some of these pawns need some tasks. So we can go ahead and assign some hauling. We do, of course, have this beautiful ship here that we haven't dealt with yet. So I'm going to wait for Santiago, but then it's time to hit it. Now, a lot of people are saying, use pistols, make melee weapons, or something or another. No. I like the additional challenge of having to melee mechanoids by hand, so won't be doing that. I'm not saying it's the smart way to go about destroying mechs, but it is my way to go about destroying mechs. It's as simple as that. So we're definitely hurting on food right now. Let me do a quick needs check. Okay, we're okay for now, but there we go. Santiago's back. Changing the meals. Another thing I needed to do, sorry I didn't write down who pointed it out to me, but my simple meals really need to be made in vegetarian only, so I don't waste the precious meat. I forget who said it, but you weren't wrong. Alright, let's go ahead and relax a little bit. Trying to get our mood a little bit better. We have a few slightly impressive bedrooms now. That's good. Alright. So we have this ship here. I think you all know where I'm going with this. At some proximity amount, you end up angering the ship, and they aggro you. I'm curious what that proximity is, so I'm kind of flirting with it right now. I suppose we'll see. We'll see when Omni gets down there. Alright, that's not too close. Checking the needs. Okay, so Omni needs to eat. Santiago needs to eat. And we're now getting simple meals back up and running. Wonder why Roman was down there and immediately turned around. Alright, so it's just one little silly poison ship, right? Oh, let's change the wardens. I wonder why I didn't pick up all of them. Changing the warden because we obviously want our best warden doing the job. And we have some standard... Ooh, chocolate. I can get behind that. Quell. Let's see. Mining. Is there stuff nearby to mine? I'm sure there is. There always is. So you have to be careful when you're doing this, because at a certain... If you build too close to the ship, it pisses the ship off, and, you know, that will try to kill you as a result. So be careful with that. And stressed out, low moods. Doing my best, though. It is midsummer, getting pretty hot. Even still, the barracks here is holding at a pretty reasonable temperature. Actually, let's use this. Alright, so the farm's actually ideal temperature, as is this hospital. The rec room is a little warm, but who cares? The research room is a little warm, but it's not cranking out a bad temperature for the research bench, so who cares? Now, of course, if I set up the doors so that there were airlocks, it'd be a little bit better, but you know, I knew it was not going to be perfect, so. I think we're doing a pretty good job of utilizing the rice. Caravan request. They will get me a uranium grand sculpture, prosthetic leg, and prosthetic arm. That is a strange thing to trade for. It's the same people. So the reason I haven't gone for the rescue yet is I want clothing that protects me from temperatures before I go for that. The worst thing I could do is get there and then have no way to keep the rescued pawn cool, and they would die as a result. Like, that would suck, so that's why I'm being careful about that. Now, I don't really expect these stone traps to really do much to the ship, but we'll do what we can. I did have a lot of steel, but I figured I could just do the long-term ship prep like this. What's interesting is this area of the map is sort of isolated now. I'm really hauling 5 stones down there? That is such a waste. Okay, we're almost done. Ooh, a food binge. Nice. What is it? Quell? Don't have a lot of food, so let's try to get her just to go to sleep. And that old trick of putting them to sleep isn't working, so... Oh, she went to sleep anyway. Alright, I feel bad for Roman here. Kind of left him out there working for a long time. Of course, I also have to step over my own traps. Let's head to sleep before we have another mental break. Okay, really soon we're going to have a nice abundance of rice. The yield's about to hit, and a bulk goods trader. Not bad. I don't really have anything a bulk goods trader is going to want, though. I don't even really have silver. Oh, you know what? I have all the Glitter World medicine. Maybe that's something worth selling. I don't think I'm going to need it necessarily, and the amount that I'm going to yield from it will allow me to get my second advanced component. Yes, that is exactly what I want. They don't even buy it? I'm a little confused. Go juice. Yeah, they won't even buy it. Alright, alright, fine, fine. I could go with gold. The issue with that is I'm gonna want gold for the multi-analyzer. I could try to sell off my drugs, my hyperweave. I don't feel great about that, but honestly I don't really see a viable alternative. So that's just gonna be how it is. We're gonna have to sell off stuff I don't want to sell off to get that advanced component. That advanced component's kind of necessary, let's call it. Now, I don't exactly have a booming industry right now, which is part of the reason why I'm struggling keeping up with everything I'm keeping up with. You know, we haven't really turned that much of a profit on drugs or anything like that. At least Earth here is almost ready to get recruited. So there's that positive little tidbit of information. And I can make a duster. Let's go ahead and do that. So I'd like to go and do that rescue mission, because that gets us some free turrets. If I play my cards right. Alright, so we're going to want a duster, cowboy hat, and tribal wear. And this is to rescue the prisoner that needs helping. It's a lot of communication. Alright, so next time we interact with him, his resistance will be 0, and then it will be up to recruition. Starvation. Come on, Roman. What have you been doing all this time? Getting ridiculous. Alright. Let's go ahead and ignore anywhere that we've de-roofed in the past. I guess we do need a little bit of home zone there. Alright, so now we can start trying to recruit. We have... thought I'd need a cowboy hat. Maybe I didn't? No, I did not. So there's two things I need to do. I need to deal with this poisoned ship, which awoke kind of a while ago. That's a very strange way to come back to the base. And then I need to deal with the rescuing the prisoner. The longer I wait on that, the better it will be, because it is summer and it's hot. Let's go ahead and make a cowboy hat. And checking the restrictions. Yeah, anyone can wear anything, so if they want to swap out for it, they can. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go and probably take some pot shots at the ship today. Trying to get rid of that threat to our lives. I think what I'm going to do is suspend the lavish meals for now. Actually, it doesn't really matter. It's not like we use any more rice for a lavish meal. Alright. Everyone, let's get them on deck. And down to where the robots are angry. Feely's gonna stand here. Gonna have everyone else in queue. So the reason why they're all melee is they all have a passion for melee, and I plan on keeping it that way. Now it's a Lancer and 2 Scythers. She's gonna barely escape. Now Lancers are gonna be pretty easy. Alright, so Santiago had the left arm pretty badly mauled. Knew that that was a risk. Philly, same deal. Somewhat mauled. So what I'm going to do is... Alright, I don't want to listen to that thing anymore. We're going to just tend without meds. I was planning on doing prosthesis, you know, prosthetic stuff. So it's fine that they got a little hurt, you know, especially given it's all on one arm. They'll actually make it kind of easy. Alright. The giant, annoying, noisy ship is gone. Why aren't you hauling more? Omni. Well. Philly. There we go. So ship is done. Cost me a few fingers, but nothing a bionic arm can't fix. Got another advanced component for our troubles. And we recruited Earth. Alright, well that poses actually, believe it or not, a little bit of a problem. Given that we don't have clothing for both the rescuee and Earth. So Earth here, what are you? You are a shooting guy. Philly, you are not much of a shooter. Let's give that to Earth. Trusting our only firearm to our newly recruited pawn is probably a bad thing, but you know, whatever. Alright, Roman will clean and construct and cook. Making sure I'm not carrying anything I shouldn't be. Quell is hauling some stuff. Mr. Earth, you get a proper bedroom. And calling you Earth, it just is a little weird. You have a weird name. Well, at least for English speakers. I guess if I was Russian, that would be a pretty normal name. Alright, so our rescue clothing is now used. How much time do we have on that? We have 11 days, so we can craft up another set, I think. Maybe. Hopefully. What I really want to do is research some machining. But let's use our tech profs. So what I'm going to do is Omni is going to be Mr. Research for a little bit. I'm going to finish off his current research and then use those tech profs to get something I want. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my mechs in here. Spare me some room. So crafting, plants, yeah. It's not bad. Not bad to have another farmer, certainly. I can definitely ramp up some good things with a second one, right? Just putting the mechs away. We will machine them soon, as soon as we get that beautiful research. Santiago is fully healed from having fingers cut off. That's good news, I guess. Mr. Earth, would you be so kind as to grow some plants? And now... we're going to need Roman to start cooking. How's our mining operation coming? Yeah, it's going okay. Alright, so we got smithing. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do multi-analyzer research. And instead of actually doing the research, we will just instantly use it. So the way the tech profs work is your current research project is just done. Just poof, done. Now I'm going to need a multi-analyzer. Which we have the resources for. Let's craft one of them babies up. And then I can get fabrication instantly. God bless tech profs, right? Alright, so that research room is obviously a little too warm, but whatever. We should also maybe get a chair in there. For now, I'm just going to put like a little crummy stool. Alright, next research project, fabrication. Just to make sure that our tech prof does it, I like to stick like a little bit of research in it first. Because otherwise I have maybe had it randomize and give me something I really didn't want in the past. Maybe that's just me being paranoid. But now we have Fab Bench. The problem is I don't really have a place to put this at the moment. I guess I could put it here and turn that into like a little fab closet. But I'd rather have a proper workshop. So we need a moisture pump because I'd want my workshop to be around here. And, well, we need to get rid of all this moisture. But alas, I'm out of time. I guess our rescue efforts are going to be for next episode. Thank you all for tuning in. Thanks for all your feedback. Just a reminder, it is vote day. And by that I mean it is time to vote for what I'm going to be doing tomorrow in the Black Lake series. So if you would like to vote, all you need to do is to go to my website and look at the news feed, or go to Discord. So the website's radamont.com and the Discord link is on the website. Either one will work for me. And that way you'll be able to pick all the crazy hijinks that I do. Wow, I forgot about this chocolate. And before I end this episode, let's do something about that. Okay. So yeah, that would be wonderful. As much participation from all of you guys as I can get, I'll take. All right, well, thank you for tuning in. If you got feedback for me, drop me a line, and I hope you tune in next time. Adios, all.